Five, six, seven, eight. Welcome to another episode of Boba Break. Soy Jordash, mi amigo Eric.
Hola.
All right.
My Spanish is very limited. That's why I got a little nervous.
All right. So today we're gonna go. I'll say fairly deep. It's pretty deep, right? Or
Yeah.
All right.
Ish.
It's decent.
Ish.
All right. Eric's been on my podcast for many episodes at this point. I think. Hopefully. Hope.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that we both have in common is that we both don't like to listen to our own voices. So imagine me having a podcast, right? Having to edit this shit, but I don't like to hear my own voice. So he doesn't watch his own videos. I don't watch any of these videos, honestly.
Yeah.
Just because I don't like to listen to my own voice. So the question is, why don't we like to listen to our own voices?
I don't even know. I don't think this is just like a you thing too. I think there's a lot of people who don't like listening to their voice because it's not something that like you hear often, right? Like you talk to someone and then you're so used to their voice, but then say you like watch a video or something. Like I think I started realizing this when I do school projects, and then I had to like do voiceovers and like constantly edit over again my voice, and I'm like, damn, dude, this guy. I don't like his voice. This guy's voice is annoying. I'm like, this is my own voice. Though.
This is my own voice. I think my voice is ugly, dude. That's why. So. I like.
You think it's ugly? Like,
yeah.
What do you mean by ugly?
Like, when I hear my voice, I'm like, dude, that's disgusting. Like, who the fuck likes to listen to this voice? Like, you know how there's some voices like they're very soothing, or like artists that have really like happy, fun voice or whatever. I feel like my voice is kind of deep, monotone, dry, kind of ish.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, dude, it's just like I don't like my voice. It's just so fucking weird. I don't know how to put it, dude.
I agree. I don't know what it is either. I can't pinpoint it, but I just don't like listening to my voice.
And the thing is, my I like to sing in the shower or just fucking like in the car ride. Like sing. I don't have a good singing voice, dude.
You don't have to. I mean,
nah, but like how they like I grow up listening to like fucking some people like they just sing and they're like, oh okay, you have the singing voice, like, and then like they have like you know that someone has a good voice, but me, I'm just like, damn, this guy is his face is as good as his voice.
I think that's another level too, is where like I don't like listening to my own voice, but I can tolerate it, right? But if I had to listen to myself sing, I don't think I'd be able to tolerate it. I think that's a whole nother level.
I've tried recording like my voice when I think I'm singing, all right? I listen to that shit.
You think you're hitting those notes?
I'm just like, oh, interesting. I can't sing.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you're just feeling it, and then there's nothing wrong with that.
When you're feeling it, dude, and you're singing, like, oh, dude, I'm hitting all these like fucking Elsa notes. Like, let it go. Yeah. And I'm just like, let it go. Like, oh, who the fuck is singing this shit? Huh? Not me, dude. I didn't sound like that when I was singing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's always in the shower too. I don't know if that's the same for you, but that's where I think I'm going, is when I'm in the shower and singing.
When you're in the shower, dude. Yeah. You know where I think I'm going, dude? When I just fucking like blast music in my room and I just fucking sing, and you're just like, because I sing in the house, right? And then my mom said, "Yeah, you know you're not gonna sing. You're so out of tune." I'm like, I know that, okay. and you didn't like fucking, what was it called? Birth me as a singer. I don't have a gifted voice,
True.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh, but I know a lot, many people that listen can relate to this shit. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
hopefully,
I I
unless you have a beautiful voice.
I think it's a majority of people who have problems listening to their own voice.
I
I
don't.
don't know why. But yeah.
I know there. Who's the guy that played Kylo Ren?
I don't know. I don't know
It's
actors that
like
well at all.
Adam some shit. Like, all right,
No
the guy
idea.
that fucking played Kylo Ren. I think I
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
remember watching him during an interview. I think he
Mhm.
sings, but he doesn't like to. He has a good voice. He doesn't like to listen to himself. I think he gets
Mhm.
anxiety when he does or some shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, like you're famous, like dude, you have
Yeah,
to like.
yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
I think he doesn't watch his own movies because his voice is in there or some shit.
Mm.
Oh, like that's
Hmm.
crazy. I mean, if I was
Yeah, I
starring in a movie, I cringe. I'll be cringing if I was to be
same. I
honest.
think I would too. I would be like, nah, just skip my part.
If I'm the main role, I'm just gonna be like, I can't watch this shit, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right, man. I think we went on with the easier topic for today. All right, I have a phone. I get
Okay.
this time. I gave Eric a preparation.
Yeah, because the other time you just left me hanging. You just asked me a hard ass question. I was like, I don't know how to answer this.
All right. This time, Eric has a preparation. He should have no fucking problems answering this. All right.
Unless I read it wrong. I just completely misinterpreted the question. But yeah.
In your most recent memory, okay,
Okay.
when do you see yourself change drastically, or like change in yourself, your personality, your growth,
Uh,
and
yeah.
how have you changed since?
How have I changed since?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I think
you want the third part of the
oh,
question, or you want to like answer this?
we can just go and then we'll add the question on
Okay.
later maybe. Um I think we talked about this in the first episode too, like very briefly, but I think it's like me with playing like video games. Like I don't know. It's something about it where I'm just growing out of it. And I think that's with age where I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna be like I don't know if I'm gonna be like a 30-year-old and have a full-time job and like have a house and stuff like that and still be playing video games, right?
Full-time
But I
streamer.
think yeah, I don't know. I think that's the thing too. I think that's the thing that I've seen myself change with the most is like I don't remember the last time I was excited to play like a video game. And I feel like in the future too, like the thing about video games too is like you enjoy them when you do well in them. So then in the future I'm not gonna have time to like invest into it where I can like be like good and enjoy it. So I think that's the thing that I immediately think of.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, what caused the change? Just growing up, being our
Yeah.
age.
Yeah. I think yeah, just growing up in general. Because it's like I'm gonna start grad school this year in the fall. And it's like I am not gonna have time to play video games. And it's like thing about undergrad, right? Is you take so many classes and you're like, oh, I don't actually need this. So I don't need to learn this. So I should like there's no point in me going over what I need to do for the minimum of like whatever I'm trying to achieve. Um, but then in like grad school, everything I'm learning is like gonna be applicable to my future. So then all the time I have, like that's like free time that like I'm not spending with family or like doing other stuff like that. It's like I don't know if I should be investing in video games that much.
Hmm.
But yeah.
I don't know. For me, I know over like second half of 2019,
Mhm.
I became. I'm actively becoming a more positive person.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good change. Yeah.
that's a good change, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm actively like doing things. How can I put this?
Like doing things to better yourself or
Yeah,
like
like actively bettering myself, but like I'm more actively like, all right. back then I would do certain things or say certain words, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or certain phrases. Right now I'm just
Uh-huh.
like, you know what? I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say like I know like starting off like 2020,
Hmm.
I every single time I wanted to say something bad or like mean or whatever, like because like
Hmm.
where we have our group chats and all that stuff with our friends and stuff, we have
Yeah.
friendly banter. Like we don't give a damn, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
like I've been actively saying, you know what, I'm gonna hold back and saying wholesome Jordash 2020, like all fucking year long.
Also true, yeah.
Wholesome,
Uh-huh.
like it was like fucking my keyboard shortcuts or whatever. It was like
Yeah.
my autocorrect. Like, so I've been
Hmm.
actively trying to be more wholesome and all that stuff, but
Positive, yeah.
actively becoming better. Um,
Right.
and then that's been working out well, dude. It's fucking crazy. Um,
Hmm. You spoke it into existence.
fucking speak everything into existence, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what causes was like, dude, just meeting some like nice people, dude. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, because back then I think like not everyone is fucking nice or like whatever, right?
What about
But
me? Hey, what about me? You met me in the
bro,
past.
if, honestly, bro, freshman year, sophomore year, I'm pretty sure you hated my guts.
I don't think so.
Really? I was like subconsciously like, this guy fucking hates me, dude.
No.
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
think I hated anyone. I don't think I've ever hated anyone in my entire life. I feel like hate's such a strong word. I don't think I've ever hated anyone in my entire life.
Yeah, there's like I know I've told people this before. There's like three people that I hate, like that I do not like.
Hey, say their name. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But I think there's three people that I don't like. But yeah, I was like, dude,
uh,
after meeting some people like, dude, people can be nice. I'm like, all right,
uh-huh.
let's fucking try this shit out. So
Yeah.
I was, and I think it's changing me for the better. It's all about
Mhm.
growing. I was like, I mean, there are still times that I'm just like friendly banter when we play games.
Yeah.
It's like understanding when to have the banter, when to not. You know,
Right, right,
oh,
right.
and like with who and who others.
Hmm.
Because I'm pretty damn sure I'm emotionally stunted. Like
Really?
damn sure I'm emotionally stunted, dude.
Wait, how so? How so?
Bro. See, like back then, I don't give a fuck.
Uh
Like at points, I still don't give a fuck about like you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like I know when I say things to people coming from me, I'm just like in my head, I'm like, okay, it's like straightforward to the point. It's like here it
blunt.
is. Like I
Yeah.
don't sometimes I don't sugarcoat stuff, and other people are like, damn, they feel they get sad and all that shit, or they get mad or
Uh-huh.
whatever. In
Yeah.
my head, I'm like, okay, take it,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. But now I'm slowly learning.
Mhm.
Um, trying my best to how can I put this? Learn how to feel, learn
Okay. Yeah,
emotions.
yeah. I actually get what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, understand people. Things like that.
Empathy.
Empathy,
Empathy.
big words. Yeah, but
Kind of. Yeah.
so things like that. I was like, all right, that's a good change for the. That's a better change for myself.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
so, and one other thing is like, do you believe in like New Year's resolution?
Uh, yes and no. I feel like New Year's resolutions are so like thing is with goals, right? Is like you set them and yeah, it's important to put like a time thing on them, but you shouldn't like I guess I get okay. So my main problem is like this, right? Like, say the most like popular New Year's resolution is like, oh, I'm gonna start working out, right? But then if you look at like you can look at the statistics of like a gym membership thing, and you can see like everyone joins January 1st or like the first week of January, but then the retention rate is like so low by March. So it's like I feel like putting a certain time and being like I'm gonna start on this day specifically, it just like hinders your goal in general. Because I think goals should just be more general, being like, oh, I like want to be more healthy, say, right? And then you just start that like that day. Like why wait until a certain date is like started? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yes and no. Yes and
So,
no.
so that was like my old mentality for New Year's resolution. I was like, if I have a goal, I always started like, oh yeah, especially for me, like, uh, instead of saying I'm gonna start losing weight January 1st, I tend to start like
Mhm.
December or November. I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. But right now, I think of New Year's resolution as a new way to start something to change.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
for me for 2020 was to get outside of my comfort zone. I
Hmm.
like actively get outside my comfort zone. So doing things
Hmm.
that because for me I'm an introvert. I don't like going out.
Right.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be moving cross country, right? So let's try that one out. I did that.
Mhm.
Did a lot of things I've never done before, like hiking, road tripping. Like everything
Yeah.
was first time. Like I actively did things that uh were outside my comfort zone. You know,
Hmm.
so I did a lot of that, and I feel like that allowed gave me more experience to do. You know, for kind of learning experience and things that I could use in the future. And
Right.
2021, I think what I wanted to do is have a fresh beginning or like
A
new
fresh
era,
beginning. Okay.
new era.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Because it started off as I coming into 2021, I had nothing in mind, right? But when I got a new phone, I couldn't find the case color that I wanted. All right,
Uh
it's
huh.
funny.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right,
Okay.
it's
I
funny.
see where you're going. Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
you know how I had the same pink case for 3 generations of phone?
Right. Right.
I couldn't find a pink case.
Uh huh.
All right, someone with the same brand but chose a yellow case.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, I know. I had that. I had a pink case since like fucking like 8 years ago. It's 9, 10 years
Uh-huh.
ago, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's been a fucking pink case. I was like, you know what? 2021, bro. Let's
Uh-huh.
fucking start a new chapter, new era. You know, what? I'm
Yeah.
moving. I'm graduating. Fresh start.
Right.
Let's start this.
Uh,
So that's
The
what
thing
I'm
is,
gonna do. Starting fresh.
yeah, I think like other people might not see that as like something that's important, but I feel like you kind of have to start small when you're trying to tackle your goals because you can't. It's hard to just set a goal and being like, oh, here's a big goal, and I'm just gonna like this is what I'm working towards. But then you're not setting milestones for yourself where you have to start working up to it. Because I think that's a problem with a lot of goal setting too. Is like people just throw one out and it's like not reasonable in a sense. But then if you actually rationalize a goal and like make steps towards it, I think that's where it's important. So yeah,
Yeah.
it might not sound like a big deal going from pink to yellow, but it's the start of something. So
It's a big dude because you see my phone case, bro. It's been the same fucking pink.
yeah, I know. I know for
This
you, I know for you it's a big deal, but I'm saying like from the outside
yeah
outside
yeah from other
perspective.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was contemplating too when I was getting this case. I was like, dude, I've been having this case for like I was like searching like deep searching for this case. So I was
Uh-huh.
like the only one I could find is like from China. It's gonna take like 15 to 30 days of shipping. And I was like,
yeah.
is that worth at that point? And I was like, I
Not
need a
worth
new
it.
case, right? So I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna go with the yellow. But
Mhm.
uh, along the things that you said about like having goals, I feel like people's goals are too specific. They need to broaden it
Okay.
because
Right. Yeah, that's something too. Yeah.
like my goal is to start a new chapter, right? Start a new
Hmm.
era this year,
Hmm.
2021. What does starting a new chapter mean, right? Like I could do different things. I could,
Yeah.
start wearing fucking jeans.
Hmm.
I don't wear
Yeah.
jeans.
Yeah.
That's starting fresh for me. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
things like that. Because 2020, I said I'm going outside my comfort zone. I didn't say what I'm gonna specifically do.
Hmm.
Everything I actively remember the little like phrase. I was like, I gotta go outside my comfort zone. I can't keep staying home, right?
Right.
So when there are things I was like, dude, I don't feel like doing, I'm like, you know what? I'll go with you to do this.
Yeah. Kind of just force yourself.
I actively say that makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna do it.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so for this year, I feel like the fresh start is like, what am I gonna do? Anything that I can start anew.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's why I said people shouldn't, like how you said, they shouldn't have like specific goals in mind.
Right.
Like they should, I mean, yeah, they could like, I want a six pack, right? But why
Hmm.
not say I want a healthier lifestyle,
That's true. Yeah.
right?
That's true. I think. I think with that, like you you kind of do have to set some sort of like structure though. When you if you like set like such a ambiguous goal, like you should have some sort of structure in being like, this is what I plan to do more type of thing.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, like, let's say if someone says I want a six pack, right? Let's say
Right.
they got the six pack. What's after that?
Yeah.
But if they said
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right.
if they said I want a healthier lifestyle, right? They could have a milestone of I have a six pack. My next thing is, let's say I want to do a bodybuilding competition where they like put all kinds of tanning oil and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff in, and to
Mm-hmm.
build up a better physique. Like they have a next step or like a next
Next
goal.
step, next level. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
So
see what you're saying. Yeah.
because that's a lot more broad. Like I want a healthier lifestyle. Than like I want a six pack.
Hmm.
So because it's a goal, but like you got to think about what's after the
Right.
goal.
Because like if you really wanted to, you could just do abs for nonstop every day, and like
Yeah. You
eventually
can.
you will like get a six pack, but like it might not. Like you can just have a super strong core and then weak everything. So that
Hmm.
makes sense. Yeah.
So all right. Speaking of that, what kind of goals do you have for 2021?
Goals do I have for 2021?
Yeah.
Um, I think the biggest thing for me for 2021 that like I planned is like going to grad school. So I think I just want to like do well, right? Because like I said this before, but in undergrad, like I feel like you're not learning to learn. You're learning to pass a class. But then I think that's what I wanted to start achieving is like learning to learn for like the
Uh
right because
understanding.
understanding, yeah, like actually understanding material and not just knowing how to do a problem to apply it to a test type of thing.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
I
so
think
like understanding to be applicable in the real life situation.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I think my main goal is probably just shift my way in learning, right?
Ooh.
And it's a pretty ambiguous goal because
Oh,
like
that's
you know
that's big.
yeah it's a pretty ambiguous goal because I like yeah maybe I can find a way that works for me, but there's like stuff after that too where like I can continue learning. So
Yeah, that's
I think that's my goal.
that's especially for learning. I mean, let's say starting from high school, right?
Hmm.
We go through high school, we learn all the stuff, but in the end, there's always those main tests, those main standardized tests that we have to take. That's
True.
basically end goal, right? Either the ACT or
Yeah.
the SAT, and that's what it's working up to. College
Yeah.
is like you're trying to pass to get the
to get the
degree.
highest GPA possible. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you know. But for grad school, you have to learn not because you're going to graduate school, but you're specializing in that specific area.
yeah. Exactly.
Because after grad school, you're supposed to be the professional in that area, and you should be able to teach and or like not even teach, understand what you say to the patient or whatever. For especially for you.
Yeah, yeah. Because I don't think there's ever gonna be a day in physical therapy school where I'm learning something and I'm be like, oh, I'm never gonna use this again in my entire life. But there's so many days in undergrad where I'm like, I'm learning about like Greek mythology, and I'm like, I'm never gonna like recall this information ever or need it past this class. You know?
Imagine you're gonna have like a fucking you're gonna give someone physical therapy and they'll be like, so what you do for a hobby? I study physical. I study Greek mythology. Oh,
Yeah.
I read about Percy Jackson before.
Like I honestly think it's probably like I would say 75 to 80% of my classes where I don't remember the information after, but I'll still like do well in the classes because I know how to take the test and
Wow,
perform well in that. But
genius,
it's gonna have
prodigy.
to no, it's not even that. It's just knowing how to study. But I think grad school is gonna be different because I'm gonna have to learn everything basically. So yeah. Or not learn everything, but at least be able to come to a conclusion and like build like a framework for myself where I can figure out stuff even if I don't know it type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything different you want to try out this year?
Anything different I want to try out?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe just like be more adventurous. Kind of like that could be like doing vacation stuff or like I guess getting out of my comfort zone, like what you said earlier too. So I think that's probably something I want to try out. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
pick up new hobbies. Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
because I know for me, I'm trying to get into more filming. You know,
Okay.
start the YouTube channel because
Hmm.
I think I started like try to start the YouTube channel like freshman sophomore year of college. I mean, it
Yeah.
didn't work out, but like I'm still trying, you
Yeah.
know. But I
Right.
also want to get into streaming because I feel like it's an
Mm.
easy transition. Yeah, I'm like streaming just straight up. I'm probably gonna do it as like a hobby. It's not like a full time or anything. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to do things that are fun for me. Like
Okay.
like
Yeah.
podcasts. I mean, I know I'm not getting the views or like whatever,
Yeah.
but it's fun for me that I get to talk to friends.
Uh
You
huh.
know, it's
Yeah.
just like asking them random questions. Like it's fucking we could talk from anything from school, games, anime to life, dude. It's like it's
Yeah.
just like straight up talking to a friend, you know. So I was like, anything that's fun, I want to do, you
Hmm.
know. So I think
I
that's
think
what
that's a
I'm
good
gonna.
goal.
Yeah, it's like I get like how I said it's broad, you know. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
do anything specific. The only thing that I want to do that is kind of like specific. It's not even that, bro. It's not even that specific. I say I want to. I just want to over better my health. Right now, my first milestone is fixing my back. You know,
Uh huh.
after
Yeah.
that is like training and all that. Like I have milestones. I have like checkpoints that I have to meet. But like overall, is to better my health and to kind of be a strong motherfucker.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
right. Good goes, good goes. So any ending remarks?
I don't think so.
No? No
Yeah.
ending remarks? Well, guys, uh, you know what time this is. We're going to end the podcast. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Boba Break. Thank you, Eric, for being here yet again.
Thank you. Thank you again for having me.
Wow, amazing. All right. So remember to was it like, subscribe, follow, share it to your friends, family, dogs, cats, cucumber, lettuce, tomato, and we are
Boba break. Boba break.
1, 2.
Boba break. Boba break.
Jordash.
Boba break. Boba break.
Atlas.
Boba break. Boba break.
Jordash.